It's me, your boy Ace Boogie. I'm here with the coach. Coach, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling on this beautiful Tuesday?
So, unfortunately, Bengals lost. Y'all already know that. And we have the unfortunate task of having to review the Bengals defense against the Browns. So, I got some comments and stuff, some feedback from you guys. You guys said that you wanted to see it. So, we're going to make that happen. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. This is the Cut the Tape On segment. We go through a lot of film review and analysis for certain Bengals players, certain Bengals games. So it's just something that we bring to the channel. We also do player interviews. We do all kind of news updates on the regular channel. So if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you're returning here, we're glad to welcome you guys back. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the intro. All right, Coach. It's time to get it cracking.
All righty.
So we got a 1st and 10 here on the 4. Let's get it going.
1st and 10. Let's see here what we are in.
Here, let me bring it back. All right. Let's slow it down. Let's go ahead and pause.
Okay, so we in single high. Once again, man on man.
Single high safety. So for those that don't know, single high is when you have a single safety back here deep. And you said that we're in man defense, right?
Yeah, because it looks based on how the players are lined up, especially the corner that's on the receiver flanked out to far top of the screen. And then you got Von Bell walked up about 7 yards off the ball. So, we definitely in man, looks like.
All right, let's let it go. So it's a run right here, comes up.
Yeah, wow. and right there, you gotta fill the hole. You gotta get in the hole as the linebackers there. Like you just.
So we got Bynes. It looks like Pratt. Mm-hmm. Those guys are right there. So we'll go ahead and
right here. So once again, Bynes is out of position and forces Von Bell to have to make the play, but really that. Josh Bynes has to be there. He has to be right there in the hole to stop that play from getting those type of yards.
Right. And the other thing is, look how much like where they stop him at and where he ends at. So they stop him there, but he still drags this whole pile of Bengals
because they're like the offensive line for the Cleveland Browns, just like the previous game, the previous Cleveland game, they're being more physical with them.
Facts. All right, so let's get into this next one. We've got 2nd and 4 here.
So we look like we're in a dime defense. Look like we're going single high again. Man coverage, the corners are walking off. Yep.
And this is where they try to go deep. This is the play that OBJ. No, this is the play that Darius Phillips intercepts it. So great play there. Let's go back a little bit because that other angle is going to be kind of ugly.
And like, I know Lou thinks he's just some type of genius and wants to make Baker Mayfield look bad. But when we talk about certain things like that, that is a good call. But at the same time, you have to make Baker Mayfield think. And, man, you don't have to think.
Right, and that was just a bad throw by Baker.
Yeah,
I mean, it's short. From a receiver perspective, that's supposed to be on the outside shoulder of Odell Beckham Jr.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to get off of here. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get off of here. Hold on.
All right, all good. All right, so I'll continue it going on here. So obviously a bad pass there by Baker Mayfield, a little short there on the inside. Darius Phillips makes the play. So good, definitely a good play by Darius Phillips there. He has the best ball skills on this team for sure. So let's take a look at that. That was a huge play by that Bengals defense. So when we take back over, the Bengals have already scored, and Baker's coming back out here. So it looks like we've got the single high look again. Definitely got the single high look. We've got some of our corners playing off. Looks like Mackenzie Alexander right now is going to go. Nope, he's going to stay where he's at. So this is another run play here. Look at how Cleveland attacks the second level. I talked about this in the game preview. They're really good when their offensive line is able to get to the second level. So you see the guard pull, and he comes off here. He makes a block there, and he gets Bonds right there, and that really opens the hole right there for him. And that means that the corners have to come up and make a play. And that's just a tough thing for the Bengals to kind of deal with there. So we got Bonds going. So take a look at this. See, he comes off of that block and then comes and hits him right there. That opens the hole wide open. Luckily, Christian Covington makes a play there, comes off of the block and tries to get him. But by that point, it's just another big game. Another big game. So we'll keep things going here. Waiting for the coach to get back. We got a 1st and 10. Ball is on the 36. So this is obviously, it looks like to me, a passing play. You look at this is an empty backfield. They're sending Kareem Hunt in motion. Kareem Hunt is actually used a lot in the passing game, which I kind of talked about as well. Again, single high safety. They seem like they've been running this the whole game. Looks like it's a little bit of a dime look here. So let's go ahead and run this up. So they bring Hunt back to the backfield. Defense makes an adjustment. So it looks like a run there. And, I mean, that was smart, especially given the defense that Baker saw there. That was a smart play by him to make that audible because this defense was not in a package that was conducive against the run. Look how many defensive backs they got out there. So we'll go ahead and run this. They got 2 linebackers. Looks like Mike Daniels is tapping Armani Bledsoe to get over. Right, we got Lawson down right there. All right. And there it is. Wide open gap there right to the right. And luckily, we're able to make a play there. So that was actually a great play there. It looks like that was Pratt to get off of that block because if he doesn't get off that block, that is a long running play. That could have been a disaster. So great play there by Jermaine Pratt. Pratt is always in the right place at the right time. All right, and the super chats are open. We do appreciate any of those. Quick couple of shout outs to the people that are in here. Andrew Soller, what's up, bro? Crunch Sandwich says, who they all day, every day. Why have Von Bell on man with no help over the top? I kind of have to agree with that. And somebody said we should be breaking down the offense. We'll definitely get to the offense for sure. For sure, we're definitely going to have to break down Joe Burrow's film for sure. I think that's something that we're actually going to do for our members as well. So we do have memberships with this channel. If you do sign up for the membership, there's some exclusive content that you get access to. But we will also be doing that. We'll see how we do that, whether we're going to do one with the Bengals offense that's just for the regular subscribers, and we might do some special content for the Joe Burrow exclusive one for the membership. So we did something like that for T. Higgins already. If you haven't signed up for a membership, please be sure to do that. All right, so let's let this one rock. Got Baker here. He's going to send Jarvis in motion. So it looks like Darius Phillips is on Jarvis. Looks like our corner is backed off. It looks like they're worried about the deep pass. It looks like we've got Mackenzie Alexander on Peoples. So let's see. All right, so this is a screenplay. Now this one, I remember when this happened during the game. So it's a screen to the left. Browns like to throw to the short passes. So they're going to throw one out here. It looks like actually Bonds actually was in some decent position there. But if Bonds isn't there, you've got this lineman out here running straight ahead. Like literally this could have potentially have been a disaster. Let's see this again. All right, so Lawson's there. If he gets that and just immediately cuts up the field, that is probably a 30 to 40-yard gain there for the screen. So luckily he drops it, and the Bengals are right there to jump on him. So you can see it. We'll look at it from Hunt's view. So if I'm a running back here, I play a running back as well. I'm going to get that right there. I'm going to cut inside and go straight up. That defensive lineman isn't going to have the speed enough to catch him. So that was avoiding disaster right there. 3rd and 5 right here on the 41, I believe. All right, so it looks like Carlos Dunlap comes in on this play. We've got Darius Phillips out to the left. We've got Sims out to the right. We've got McKenzie in the slot here. We also got Von Bell coming down here on the tight end, Harrison Bryant. So they seem to be playing Von Bell in man coverage against the tight ends. And then we got a one safety deep look again. So here we go. All right. Decent. I mean, Von Bell was there. Von Bell was there, but it was another bad pass from Baker. So let's take a look at this just from this angle. Akeem Davis-Gaither is in there. I wondered why Akeem Davis-Gaither didn't play more in this game. I mean, he really has flashed on the film as you guys have been watching this. He's really flashed there. It's a bad pass by Baker. Still decent coverage by Von Bell. But, I mean, that's out of bounds. So he must have felt like Von was going to make a play on it. Baker throws it out, makes a smart play there. So then here we go. We got a 1st and 10. This looks like an obvious run play here, especially with the dual tight ends. And the Bengals right now, they're going to send, it looks like, someone back. And they're going to have Von Bell as the safety in the high. So let's go ahead and run this. Jesse Bates is moving back. All right. And it's a run play. And that's why it's bad that the safeties were back so deep, because your safeties, they're the last line of defense. But look at how the Cleveland Browns come off the ball here. You see how those guys attack them in the second level. Like, just look at that lineman. I think that's Wills there. He immediately goes after the linebacker, right? And when he does that, it opens it up, and your safeties are back so far. By the time they get to Kareem Hunt, it's already a 10 to 12-yard gain. So, tough one there. Welcoming the coach back in.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I had an emergency that I had to deal with really quick, but we're back here.
Breaks the tackle from Marcus Hunt. So if Marcus Hunt actually gets this one, he probably stops him in the backfield.
Okay.
Or at the line of scrimmage. See,
right
Hunt
here,
misses the tackle right there. You see that?
Once again, Josh Bynes allows the tight end to get on him to make a block and push him out of the gap. And this can't happen. Like, they're being more physical with us up front. Like, and that's just a shame, because at the end of the day, we're supposed to be more physical with them. Like, we have to bring it every play. And Josh Bynes, he not only lets the tight end block him, but he's out of position also.
Right, exactly. So we appreciate you guys. Super chats are open. Not a problem at all. If you can't, just please be sure to subscribe. We're gonna do all kind of content like this. I know you guys have been wanting the offensive film breakdown, especially from this game, especially since that's where everything happened. This was the first request, so I just so happened to see that. It's not any kind of agenda to bang on Lou or anything. This was an actual request. Coach himself actually didn't want to relive this, and I don't want to relive it either. But we also are going to have some exclusive content for memberships. As we can't monetize these videos, we're going to make some of them exclusive for our members and our memberships here, especially when it comes to those Joe Burrow ones. So that's the benefits of being a member. When you're a member, you can actually request those videos, and we will make them for you. So if you aren't a member, become a member today. And whatever you do, whether it's to like this video, share it, we truly appreciate it. So we got another play here.
Single high again.
Mm-hmm. We've been in single high this whole time for the most part.
And why are we in single high? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And look, Josh Bynes out of position once again. But who was that? Logan Wilson. Makes a beautiful play there. But Josh Bynes should have been there first.
Let's see. So we got Bynes, Pratt, and Wilson there. I think Logan Wilson should play more.
Look, see right where there. 71 is. That's where 71 is. That's where Bynes should have been coming in at. Where 71 was. Instead, he steps down into the A gap on an off tackle play. What is that? Right. And luckily, Logan Wilson played his responsibilities, because if he didn't, that goes for a first down or a touchdown. So
let's check out Logan Wilson, number 55 here on the edge, right by the tight end. He's going to come off that block.
A-gap, see?
Splits two tight ends. That was a great play there. He split both tight ends. Logan Wilson needs to play. I'm sorry. Yep. I don't know. Logan Wilson needs to play more. That's just my opinion. Akeem Davis-Gaither, I think, needs to play more. Akeem Davis-Gaither only got 12 snaps in this game, I believe.
And I seen Pratt play out of position in this game one time, but for the most part, I like the way he plays also. But he on that touchdown to Kareem Hunt, he was out of position. But
So we got an empty backfield here. Kareem Hunt is out to the left. Odell Beckham Jr., I think, is out of the game at this point. Yeah. And that's a little bit of a hold, honestly, right there. Luckily that he got away with. Sims gets away with a hold there on Njoku. Yeah. I don't know why they put Sims on Njoku because you should never have a corner on the tight end. You should never have that happen.
Depends on the corner. It depends on the corner. You can put like a Jalen Ramsey on the tight end.
But, yeah, if you have
you can't put Sims on there. You can't put Sims on.
Yeah, not a tight end. Not a tight end like Njoku. Not with that athleticism. Not with that size. That's easy money there. And it's not a surprise that they went back to a play like that later in the game
against Von
Bell. Yeah. I'm a corner. When I'm playing corner, I don't even want to guard 6'5" receivers or tall receivers, let alone a tight end that is 6'6", 250, 260 pounds. Yeah. He's just going to move me out of the way and jump completely over me, and it's going to be over.
Okay, so looks like here we might be what's called 2-man under. Let's see here. If we get any motions, let's see here.
No motions.
No motions. So so we're in 2-man under right here. 2-man under right here, right over the top.
Great coverage by Mackenzie Alexander. Let me go back. Right. I like a lot of the corner stuff because I play corner. So let me look at this coverage here.
He's playing the nickel corner, playing on Jarvis Landry.
Right.
Jarvis Landry comes drives.
Turns his hips, gets ready to run. Isn't looking at the quarterback yet. He's following the receiver, which he should. Now he sees Landry. Now he can turn his head around. As a corner, you can turn around and see what's going in. Gets his arm around. Other things that you can do is you can kind of watch the receiver's eyes to see what kind of body language he's going to give away. Sometimes the receiver's eyes, they get big when they see the ball coming in. So when you're in man coverage trailing and you can't exactly turn around and look, those are some key signs that help you out. Now, you will see some corners that take chances on stuff like that, and you have to know what the route is or what's coming when you do that.
And he did a great job playing the inside, keeping the seam from happening. So I'm thinking that was either an option route for a seam or that he could turn it into
he's watching the receiver. Yeah. He sees his head turn. He watches his eyes. He comes, and then he probably sees that something's coming there, and he just flicks his arm up right there, make sure that pass does not get completed there. So great play from Mackenzie Alexander there.
Right. Took away the seam. Jarvis Landry had bad footwork, able to make the play.
So, all right, so this is the play action. Oh, man.
Right here, just blown coverage. Just blown
wide
coverage
open.
Right here.
Wide open. Let's go back.
Can we run that back a little bit? I want to see what they in. So they in single high once again. Single high. So they just really think they can cover people in man.
And blown coverage by Mackenzie Alexander. Blown coverage by Mackenzie Alexander. Leaves Jarvis Landry wide open. Let's go back. It looks like both of them go with Higgins, it looks like.
Okay. Right here.
Yeah, blown coverage. But, man. And when you – man, that's bad. That's bad, Mackenzie. So, even if you blew the coverage, you at least had to make that tackle. Like,
oh, my goodness.
If you blew that, you needed to make that tackle there. That was just bad. Man.
See, one-on-one tackle in open field, you got to make that. That's the standard. I don't care.
Second one is on Sims. Yeah, that's bad.
You got to make that.
Jesse Bates makes the tackle there at the end. So now we got a 1st and 10 here.
So looks like.
Woo! I love this play by Marcus Hunt. The way that Marcus Hunt played that was good. I have to give him his credit on that. Even though he probably should have made that tackle, he disrupts the play there. And it looks like the tackle just whiffed on that. And Marcus Hunt comes right up. Looks like he almost could have caused like a fumble there. Kareem Hunt makes a hell of a catch. And I think that's Akeem Davis. No. That's Mackenzie makes up for it there.
Yep. McKenzie took the inside shoulder of the tight end because the tight end came down to block on him. He took the inside and was able to be right there to keep the contain on that play.
Right. All right. I know y'all might not like some of this, but hey, it's therapy. Got to have some kind of therapy. So right now, They got the tight end going in motion. They've moved from the one safety high look, and now it looks like Von Bell is in man with that tight end. He's completely following him.
Yep. So
Pitch
another
out
single
here.
high.
Man, this Cleveland offensive line,
Gaither,
look at how they
Gaither,
attack the second level. It's no
Gaither.
surprise that they're number one in second level yards. I'm sorry, coach. Let me go back. Go
No,
ahead and
you're
say what
fine.
you were
No,
saying.
no, you're fine. And you're right. They just are more physical when they attack. They come downhill and they get to their blocks and they get a hat on the hat. You know what I mean? But
Logan
right
Wilson.
here,
Right.
we
Go
got
ahead.
Gaither. He was slightly out of position. He should have been there to make the tackle, and that would have been maybe a 1 yard gain. But him being out of position right there turns into a 12-yard gain.
Right. Y'all
And
said that I'm a glutton for punishment. My bad, yeah. Hey, you gotta blame someone in the comments, man. Someone in the comments requested this. They said they wanted to see this. So it looks like
yeah,
a
I didn't
King
even
Davis
want
gave
to.
great
I
justice.
didn't want to
Yeah,
read.
we don't want to watch this at all.
Okay, so Logan Wilson out of position, out of position, out of position. He lets the guard come make the play on. Block him. Gaither should have been there because he was freed up. He should have been there to make the tackle. That would have been at
And
least a
you
1 yard
can't,
gain.
and like Bernie used to tell us back in the day, you can't arm tackle running backs like
No,
that. That's gonna happen every play.
and you just can't. You just can't.
Look at Kareem Hunt. Like you thought an arm was gonna do that. This man has like 3 people on him.
It
You
took
can't arm tackle, especially Derrick Henry coming in. You cannot
an arm,
arm tackle Derrick Henry. Do not do it. Do
and if
not
they
do that.
don't play, if they don't get more physical, we're gonna get destroyed by Derrick Henry.
Oh, under center offense. This is an obvious.
Run
It
play.
seems like run play.
Yeah, look at the personnel. Yep, another run play. Look,
that was a solid stop there by the Bengals offense. Bengals defense.
Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying. So you're watching the guard, the center, and the 2 guards in the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when the ball is snapped, we got Pratt. Okay, so look, they're pulling down. Lets you know that the action is coming this way. Look. Barnes has to blow the fullback up right there. He has to blow him up. He can't wait for him to come to him. He has to go to him. He should be coming downhill, not sitting waiting in the hole.
If y'all can't tell, Coach is a huge Bonds fan. I think that they like before we go to this next play, do you feel like they need to who else from what you've seen should replace Bonds? It seems like Pratt has played very solid.
Yeah.
Who should they put at that spot? Should they put in Logan Wilson or what should they do at that spot? Do you think Logan Wilson displays the characteristics and the instincts to be the inside linebacker?
Okay, so you can put Pratt at the middle, at the mic.
You cool with Pike? At the mic. That's what I play. I played Mike back in the day.
He's not out of position a lot. The one play he was out of position, we'll eventually see, but he wasn't out. He's rarely out of position, and I think we got to take Bonds out of there, let Logan Wilson play, and then King Davis Gaither play also. Those
I
three
agree.
should be our rotation. Bonds needs to come out of the rotation.
All right, here we go. Looks like it's a possible pass and play here with trips to the left. Looks like the tight end to the right. So the strong side is the tight end side. They're sending someone in motion over there.
Marcus Hunt is on the strong side.
Yep.
So it's back inside. He stays home, keeps to contain, and makes Jarvis Landry bubble. And we know he's not, one of the fastest guys. So that allows our players to come make a game tackle. But he played it just right.
Right. And it's a misdirection here because if I'm a linebacker, I'm assuming the run is going to the right. So you see how they fake to the left.
Mm-hmm.
It's a misdirection. It's something that they did to throw this defense off because when you got the tight end over here, and I guess if you're looking at it orientation wise to the left, that's the strong side. That should be where they should be running the ball. But this brilliant play, they fake like it's a misdirection to the opposite side and still come back to the strong
side. Yeah, exactly. So here we go. We about to see when he goes in motion right here.
And Marcus Hunt, if Marcus Hunt makes that play, that's still
Yeah.
a decent way that they kind of recovered on that play. If Marcus Hunt, that's the only thing that I say that could have been done better on this play is Marcus Hunt did his job. Linebackers hesitated. The linebackers messed up on that play, but if Marcus Hunt makes that tackle there, he's good. Have to give a shout out to the corner for making that tackle there on the edge as well for limiting that play. So not a bad play there for the Bengals defense. It's 10-3 right now. Looks like they're out here in a shotgun. They got the tight end in motion. Looks like they got Von Bell exclusively on this tight end. I'm not sure why he's moving up so close to the line of scrimmage against him.
Because they in single high cover one again. So if they in single high cover one, he has the tight end. If we was in cover 0, the Mike backer will have the tight end, but we in cover 1, the strong safety has the tight end.
All right, so let's see what happens over here on the left. Mackenzie Alexander, he's out there on Higgins. Oh my God, Sims, what are you doing here? Hold on, let me look at Sims. So he's up on this corner. You probably should have jammed him if you were going to try to get on the inside. That's the only way that you really stop this slant here. He lets the corner get way too close. Like, first of all, as a corner, let me just pause this. As a corner, if you're going to play this close, I think, to the line of scrimmage, you're either going to, well, maybe I guess he didn't jam him because he didn't have help over the top. But being this close, you have to feel like this guy does not have much speed because he's going to be coming off at that line at full speed, and he's going to make his slant towards the inside. The only way that you're able to stop this, if you knew what it was, which it doesn't seem like Lou was really planning for that, is to have a jam at the line and push him inside if you knew that he was going inside. So I'm assuming he doesn't know what the route is, but to come up that quick or to not give him that much space, maybe he's thinking that since they're so close to the red zone, he shouldn't play him like that. But you really only want to play somebody like that when you got help over the top.
But this is the thing, though. On that same play, he turns his hips inside almost immediately instead of backpedaling. Like he plays it inside and still lets him get inside. That can't happen. Like you play the inside and still let him get inside. You turned your hips entirely too fast. So that was a major problem right there with his technique and whatnot.
Right. Give me 1 second. We just had something happen here. But go ahead and coach and talk to him. I'm about to
so on that play we just saw, when you playing head up and you're playing press essentially on a single high, he can't just immediately turn his hips inside because I mean if you do that, you can't let him get back inside. And honestly, that's just bad playing. Like I can't even blame Lou for something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just on the player. Like you have to take the correct steps. So when you see him, when you're playing head up, you got to take your back pedal, and then decide whether you're gonna break on inside or break on the outside. You can't just automatically try to take away the inside and then still let him get inside.
Facts. Yeah, I don't know what Sims was thinking on that play. That's a cook. That's a cook right there. Like even he's lucky that he didn't want to, like, if I see that as a corner and I don't see any help over the top, especially with 2 receivers there, because maybe he's thinking that Jesse Bates can recover, and that's valid. But if I see that as a receiver, I'm going deep on you. Going deep on you. There's going to be no help behind you. And as a corner, I would never want to be in that position. So let's get back into it. We got another play here. Kind of lost our track here, so hopefully we're in a decent spot.
Oh, we already seen this one.
We already saw that one. Yeah, let's see. I think
we're about 4 to 5, maybe 6 plays after that.
All right. Let's get this pulled up then.
This might be it.
All right, I think this is where we left off at. So obviously they're running down. It seems like here under center, 1 receiver out. They go to the left. Oh man, you got to make that. Hold on, let's go back. Let me slow it down. Well, I'll wait to the other angle to say whether or not Lawson should
Look,
have made that play.
well, that was Lawson. So if you're gonna crash inside, you got to make the tackle,
Right?
because you gave up your responsibility of contain. And if you're gonna do that, you got to make the tackle.
Right.
You crash inside, you get off the block.
You got to
Make
make
the
that
now,
tackle.
now you got to make the tackle.
Gotta
And
make that
Barnes is
call.
out of position once again, and he can't make the tackle.
Facts. All right, we got a 2nd and 5 here on the 8. It's 17-10 at this point. We got Njoku moving back off the line of scrimmage. We got 2 receivers here. They're bringing Njoku back to the line of scrimmage, bring Jarvis off the line of scrimmage. And let's see what they're going to do here. Higgins moves, goes in motion. All right, it's a run play. McKenzie steps up, makes the tackle. That's a great play there.
Great play by McKenzie. Great play by McKenzie.
Boom, steps up. Does not punk out at all. That's what you got to do there. All right. So good play by McKenzie there.
Let's see here. 3rd and 4 on the 2nd.
And super chats are open. So that if there are questions that you want me and the coach to answer, feel free to leave us a super chat, and that will give you a guaranteed answer. So we got 3rd and 4 here in the red zone. Sends the tight end over in motion. So yeah, Von Bell is definitely in. No, it looks like a zone play here.
Nope. Wow. Still in man.
So what's interesting is you see how he comes in. Let me start from the beginning of this play. All right, so he goes out there like his man. Then he stops like midway. Look, he's not going to take him. He drops off into the flat to take Kareem Hunt, which is smart. But there's nobody on. There's nobody on this guy. So he's watching the flats there, which I get because Kareem Hunt is targeted in the red zone. He's very big in the red zone in terms of the passing game. But who is guarding Harrison Bryant? Logan Wilson steps inside here. The safeties are far off back. All he does is have to flip it in right there. You got 3 guys there, but since none of them are close, they're able to easily get that in for a touchdown. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. I'm not mad at Von Bell on that play because he was watching the flats with Kareem Hunt, which makes sense. But I don't know who is this a blown assignment? Is this zone? It looks like the linebackers drop into a zone.
Yeah, and to be honest with you,
was that cover 2?
Yeah, I was just about to say that looked like cover 2. Yeah,
that looked like cover 2. So kind of a weird one there, but okay.
Let's see here. We got another single high.
Run and play to the strong side. Come straight through to the 2nd level.
Wow. These linebackers just don't.
See, when you see the tight end, for those that don't know football, when you see the tight end go into motion, whatever side the tight end lines up on, that's the strong side. As a linebacker, you're expecting the run to come this way. Sure, you see, Vines knows that it's coming.
Yep.
But look at the angle that he's taking. He should have he's taking.
Look at that. That's just terrible. That is terrible. What are you doing? What are you doing? The offensive lineman is not even trying to block you. You have full free reign to the running back, and you let him get 3 yards.
Right. So, I mean, he recovers on that play. Not a completely bad play, but man.
When you look at that film, that's a bad play, man. That's a bad play. That you are completely ignoring what you've been taught.
Sorry, it looks like Pratt is coming in to fill the gap early, moves back. I like what Pratt did on that play. I have to look back at it. I was following Pratt there because it looks like it's a fake run. Pratt moves back, is on Njoku.
Yep, they get back.
Great coverage by Mackenzie Alexander. Great coverage by McKenzie. I like McKenzie. He's had some mishaps.
Jumping off the screen on me in this game.
Right. Khalil Kareem tries to get some pressure there on Baker. McKenzie's there on Landry, and he's doing his thing. It's a little bit of talking there. You got to kind of try to get in people's head mentally. That's going to be all game. All right. Safety, one high safety look again.
Yeah.
Looks like Sims learned his lesson a little bit over here on the left to not play it, but now he's
Von
too
Bell,
far off
Von
the
Bell,
ball.
Von Bell. No, you got to. Oh yes, thank you. Von Bell makes the tackle. Now that's one thing I can say about him, that he is a short tackler. He is not the greatest guy in coverage, but he can definitely make a play when it's time to tackle, and that's just beautiful about
What he
him. He
does.
gets in the hole, makes contact, no arm tackle. There you go.
Goes after
Good,
him.
good
Gets
play by
after
Mr.
those legs.
Bell there from the Ohio State University.
Saved by the bell.
All
right.
righty.
One high look again. McKenzie's playing off of him. Looks like that was zone again for at least for. No. Hold on. Let me take a look at that. Let's slow it down. All right.
It does look like a zone, but what? Wait a minute. It's not cover. Is it cover 3? No, this is not cover 3. Oh wow, we had a blown coverage there.
Oh my goodness!
Woo-wee.
Look at Higgins.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Look
my
at
goodness.
Higgins. Luckily, Baker did not see Higgins there.
Yes. Luckily, Higgins is not Tom Brady. Because that would be, I mean, not Higgins, but luckily Mayfield is not Tom Brady. Because if he just looks down the field, Higgins is running basically free. Or not Higgins, that's Landry.
Oh yeah, that was Landry. Good call. 3rd and 4 here. It's 17-20 at this point. Browns are still trailing. They sent Kareem Hunt out of the backfield. This is an empty look. They got one safety high. They got McKenzie on the tight end here. All right. Looks like a double. Looks like they double Njoku. So let's go back here.
Which is
so watch Njoku, which that was definitely smart. They put Logan Wilson in the front and they put McKenzie over the top, but the ball is going to go to the left side there. So I'm assuming that that's Harrison Bryant out there, split out to the left.
And we just can't get pressure.
No, you can't do that. You can't do bump and run with the safety at the center of the field like that. That's
But see,
scary.
but this is the thing that is scary. But at the same time, Jesse has to know that that coverage has to roll
over to that side. I didn't like that Jesse didn't roll coverage over there, and he's all the way over to the right side. That just, I don't know. That's just kind of scary, especially when you're dealing with that side.
On the hash mark, he has to be on the hash right there.
He tries to get right over there, and they made the play. Higgins makes the play, makes the catch on Sims. That gives them a 1st and 10. Let's see what's going on here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate that. That helps the video. Super chats are open. If you don't know what a super chat is, it's when you give a donation to this channel, and we give you a shout out, and your voice is heard, and it helps support the channel as well. So Baker's gonna throw here.
Yeah, that's a mismatch.
Pratt on a receiver.
Who was that?
Yep,
Who's
Higgins?
Yeah, that's receiver. Just a mismatch. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I blame that on the coaches. You got to know who your person is.
You can't have a linebacker on a receiver like that.
Or you have to change up the coverage or something. That can't happen.
So it looks like they are sending Bell either on a blitz or it looks like he's going to be on coverage on Njoku. They're going in motion. They're letting Phillips trail. It looks like McKenzie has switched to Higgins.
We in single high again. So they were just trying to run single high the whole game, trying to make Baker beat them. And they should have known when he completed 21 straight passes not to do that on the last drive. But here we go. And look, once again, linebackers not in the places that they need to be in order to make the tackle.
All right.
Yeah, you're right, R. Jones. We have no pressure all year, really.
Yeah. don't know why it's going so slow here. We'll let this one go.
See here, 1st and 10. Was that first? Oh, 2nd and
So 2nd and 7 here on the 16. Yep. So this is under center, and it's a passing play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
We in cover 1 once again.
Too big. He's too big for Von Bell. He's too big for Von Bell. See, this is where you need a linebacker that can cover, that has enough size and athleticism.
Yeah,
or you gotta have
Derrick Brooks and the Brian Urlachers of the world come into play.
I mean, Bell was in perfect coverage there.
That's just a great play, but at the same time, I just don't feel like we should be in single high in that situation. Single high cover 1. I just don't like that. Like, especially not with our defensive personnel. I just don't. No. Because you can't, like, that's a seam route. And really, honestly, I mean, he was there, but he should have tried to take the inside away from him.
Right.
A tight end, you always want to try to take the inside seam from him.
I'm not too familiar with the NFL playbook, but if I'm the linebacker, I'm going to hit him a little bit to just give him a little bit of a nudge to slow him down there, a little bit of a chip. I don't know if that's illegal in the handbook, but I know that's when you have him on an island by himself against a guy that is that tall.
From that angle, Von almost got his hand on that ball too. So I can't even blame Von. He did almost everything he could, except he probably should have let get inside.
That is nothing against Von Bell. He did everything that he could do on that play. But you got to realize David Njoku is 6'4". He is going to be taller than him, right? Von Bell is 5'11". There's no way if Baker Mayfield throws a ball up to David Njoku that Von Bell is going to be able to stop him at 5'11". And that's what happens when you talk about mismatches on offense. And that's one of the things about Von Bell. He's a good safety, but he's very small. He's actually the size of a corner. So
right. And this is the thing right here. He said, no, that's on period.
Is that Jacob Green from YO?
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's what's up.
Can't let him get that inside on that play. But for the most part, he played it as well as he could after that.
Right. Yeah, he was in as good a position as he could be, but being 5'11", trying to take on somebody that's 6'5", that's just
and see, we just can't get any pressure on him because he just stepping into the pocket, stepping into his throws.
All right. Take a look at it here. All right. Like you said, no pressure.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no pressure. See, look at that. Look at the end of that play. I mean, Lawson comes off the edge and gets to him.
We're here. Okay, so we're in.
So look at Lawson right here. Lawson's closing in. Little bit of a hold there. He gets there just a second too late. But look, he still gets to Baker, but it's just too late. Like if he's there 0.02 seconds, like before that, he's probably there. That pass probably doesn't come out there like that. Let's look at what happened in coverage.
Pratt has to get more depth, though.
All right. That's just there were guys open all over the place.
He went to jump the
look at this play. Baker Mayfield does not see Kareem Hunt wide open with no one around him. Look, he's right in front of him. He's right in front of him. But, I mean, it's still a longer pass. Hold on, let me look at that receiver. I didn't look at him coming across the screen there.
Mm-hmm.
So he waits for that guy. So he doesn't take the Kareem Hunt one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he knows that he's got a linebacker on Higgins. Higgins is running the deep post. He is wide open. That's why Baker went there.
Yeah,
smart play by Baker Mayfield. I take that back. That's a smart play by him.
In this situation, he has to.
You can't have these linebackers. You can't have these linebackers on wide receivers. You can't have that.
But the thing is, Pratt has to get more depth because he tried to jump the route that was in front of him. When you playing like this, you don't let the person that's behind you get the catch. You let the guy in front of you get the catch.
That's barbecue chicken. He know he messed up. And then he looks like he's communicating to somebody to say somebody should be there, but they're
Yeah,
not there.
he has to get more depth. He has to. He can't let that. He can't let that receiver that's behind him catch that. That's why he has to get the depth. If you let the guy in front of you catch it, but not the guy behind you.
Someone says cover one doesn't work when you can't get pressured from your D line. Cover one doesn't work when you have mismatches either.
Yeah,
Like you run cover one if you know guys can stop these guys. Like
cover one doesn't work when you have this personnel.
Yeah, you can't not with these linebackers, not against these receivers. Even with Odell Beckham Jr. at the game, it doesn't matter. Hollywood Higgins is going to be so much faster than these linebackers. And if you were going to throw a linebacker out there, and I'm just saying from an athleticism type, it should have been Akeem Davis-Gaither. He's smaller in size. He's a little bit faster than these guys, but
just always out of position, man.
I don't know if he's good in
tight
coverage.
end block you.
Safety, so
oh my
that's
God.
ugly. That's ugly.
This guy, man.
Super chats are open. We do appreciate you guys for any
gotta
feedback.
get this guy off the field. Look at this. Tight end comes down, blocks down on him.
Harrison Bryant makes the block there.
He can't get to the
As
play.
a running back, Kareem Hunt, you're gonna ride. I think that guard, you're gonna ride his butt, and you're gonna try to come off there, and he's gonna push him out, and then Hunt just moves to the left. Von Bell, you got to make that tackle there, which he does. Okay, but
like
at the same time,
Bynes is just out of position and couldn't shed the block. Like you have to wrong arm him, get in the hole, and make the play.
Yep. And hold on 1 second here. My man KG Smooth, my boy Kenny, said that you have to have good players for the matchups. Doesn't matter. Yep. You definitely gotta have good players. You can't run cover one.
Yeah, and that's why you have to put your players in the right positions to succeed. And being a single high cover one almost most of the game ain't helping. I don't care if it is Baker Mayfield.
And that's one thing. So, like, one example that I kind of talked about, because on Twitter, a lot of people were like, the defense is just trash and this and that. I don't really agree with that. I think that it's a mix of the players and the personnel and playing to their strengths. One thing that happened, I talked about Mike Zimmer when he came here in 2008. When Mike Zimmer came in 2008, he took that same team, that same defense essentially, that finished 27th in the league, and they were like a top 12 unit the next season. The way that he did that was that he played guys to their strengths. So remember when we had Roy Williams and stuff like that? Everyone knows Roy Williams was toasted in coverage as a safety.
Washed up.
Zim did not play him after first or second down. He played him on runs. Whenever he was in there, he played to his strengths. He would have some help for him. He just wouldn't really put him in passing situations. And that's what you have to do with your personnel. Like, you can't force your scheme on a personnel where it doesn't really align with their strengths. So here's a trick play here. All right, great move there. I mean, a lot of people talk about people not getting pressure. Carl Lawson was getting pressure in this game. He just was, one or two or a half a second late there.
They're not running the
pressure. Yeah, I haven't seen any blitz at all so far. I don't know. Have you seen any blitz so far?
No, because I don't think our linebackers are good enough. Maybe Logan Wilson to blitz, but look at this.
All right,
look at this. Okay, so they get back. Right.
What's going on there in covers? Hold on, let's back that up. I'm sorry, guys. I got to see.
They step forward.
What's going on.
They get back. They get their depth. They get their depth.
Oh my goodness. How is Peoples-Jones just running? All right, so McKenzie makes a block there. He's dropping off into a zone, and it's just wide open. Base is telling, I don't know what Base is saying, but he's saying that they need to shift over there, it looks like, and he's just wide open. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all on that one. We got, hold on 1 second, Coach. We got our first super chat of the day. My man Stuart Monty for $4.99. Appreciate that, bro. I'm really new to digging deep into my favorite team. Houday, always been a Bengals fan, and I totally appreciate learning from y'all. Appreciate it, bro. We appreciate that for sure. How do they consider a win in pass rush? I'm not sure. I think you're talking about the pass rush win rate or whatever it is. I'm not sure.
Okay.
The one thing that I want to say about that, though, is this. people are like, oh, there's no pass rush. There's what's going on? Because you got Carl Lawson in there, right? When we went into, let's just ignore everything that's transpired so far this season. Who were the Bengals' best edge rushers coming into the seasons, or just pass rushers, not just edge rushers? You would say Geno Atkins and Carlos Dunlap. They're not playing. So you've got Carl Lawson, who's in that tier as well as one of their best pass rushers. You got Sam Hubbard that's hurt right now. And then you're also going against one of the top offensive lines in the league. The Cleveland has only given up 11 sacks so far this season, and they've played in 7 games. This is a good offensive line. So when people say like the pass rush isn't working, 2 of your best pass rushers aren't in the game. They're barely playing snaps. You got Carl Lawson in the game. He's getting pressure, but he has no one on the other side or no one in the middle that can generate pressure as well. So, man, yeah, Dez to the Ravens. He was on the practice squad last week, so they must have activated him to the active roster. Bengals up 27-24 at this point. We're in the 4th quarter. It's a clutch situation.
Okay, so right here, again, single high. I have no reason why. I don't get it. Even in this formation, right here.
I'm not mad with that run stop on that play though. Defense did their thing.
Von Bell's right there. So let's see where Bynes is. Let's see where Logan Wilson is.
So they move over. The strong side is the right side. You got 2 tight ends to that side. The run should be going that way. They still got a tight end to the left.
Look at Logan Wilson yelling to him to shift down.
Shift down. It's the strong side.
Nobody else shift down. Just the one player.
God. Come on, man.
He shifted down. The nose tackle did not.
But he also, I think he was telling the linebackers to shift as well. Because I think he was telling the other linebacker, let's see.
No, it looked like he was telling the defensive lineman to shift down.
He was telling the defensive lineman to shift down.
One of them did, but the nose tackle never did.
Okay, yeah.
So look,
he's telling him to shift down.
See, 91 shifted. 71 was supposed to come with him too. 90
he's telling him.
71 did not shift.
And look at that. The head has to move out, and he has to tell him, "Oh my God."
Yeah. See, wow.
That's the guy that's starting over Geno, ladies and gentlemen.
Geno would have never did that. 70. Who was 71? I don't know who that is.
Xavier Williams, I believe.
Xavier Williams.
A couple weeks ago.
Basic. Strong. If you clear that strong right, strong left, you already know you got to shift, boy.
Yeah, that was strong right. 2 tight ends to the right. That's strong right. Now you got 2 tight ends out here.
Yeah, but they don't.
But he's on. So the strong side is the right side, but the tight end steps out into the slot. And you got that's barbecue chicken, man. Please don't tell me this is another. Okay. Oh my God. Hold on. There was so much that went wrong with this play. No one is covering Kareem Hunt.
Nobody.
Not even Kareem Hunt. Look at Jarvis Landry.
Look. So the next closest player to him is 17 yards away. The closest cover person. 17, 18,
Jarvis Landry is wide open right now.
Wow.
McKenzie takes an angle. They get it to Kareem Hunt right there.
Oh,
he's gonna miss that
angle by Bynes.
If Baker was smart enough, I'm not saying he's not smart. Sorry, I said that wrong. If Baker saw this on the play, just look at Jarvis Landry. If he hits Jarvis Landry right there, that's a touchdown. Jarvis Landry is wide open. And then McKenzie recovers. And then Kareem Hunt's wide open. Wow. That's all I can say, man.
Wow.
There were so many things that could have gone wrong. You got Harrison Bryant out there on Jermaine Pratt. Like there's a lot of things that could have gone bad there. You're lucky like that's all that happened on that play. 27-24. Let's see what happens here.
2 tight ends to one side. Okay, where is Bynes getting blocked? Oh, that was Pratt. Pratt was getting blocked.
All right, so like you said, we keep telling you guys this. 2 tight ends to the left, strong side. If they're running the ball, is going that way. Every linebacker should know that. You should know that the run is going that way.
Yep. Yep.
They know that it's going that way. It looks like Jermaine Pratt steps up.
He steps inside. Now Von
And
Bell has to
Von
make
Bell,
the
you got to
play.
feel. You got to feel it in there. But
he makes the tackle.
He makes the tackle.
He makes the tackle.
Luckily, he had some reinforcements because he was going to break that.
He was dragging me.
Yeah, he was dragging him. Those arm tackles.
He said Baker looks like Mahomes out there.
Not really. I mean, honestly, we've seen some plays where Baker kind of missed some of his reads, but I mean, he didn't play bad at all. But
yeah, they do not know where to be.
This is horrible. Look, let's go back. Oh my god,
Pratt is out of position. Look at that, out of position.
It looks like jammed at the line. It looks like they're.
He doesn't get jammed at the line. He takes a bad angle.
I think. Hold on, you're talking about Pratt. All right,
Pratt is here at the top of the linebacker at the top of the screen.
You see that? They try to. That I don't know what was going on there on Njoku.
Out of position right there. I just feel like he's out of position.
He's trying to help there. That scheme wise, I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me because this looks like what should have happened on Njoku on that earlier play with Von Bell when the linebacker didn't give him a push off the line.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense because you got 3 guys there. So he had help over the top with Von Bell. In the other pass, he didn't have help over the top. Von Bell didn't have help himself over the top.
Because it's not single high cover 1.
Yeah, that's just bad.
It looks like it's 2-man under from what I'm saying.
Now, I think that's on the player there. I think that's on Pratt.
Yeah, Pratt has to make that. Pratt has to be there to make that play.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's on the players right there. Man.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like Lou definitely made an adjustment on that defense in that area to guard the tight ends, but was not executed properly. Shotgun here, no tight ends. You got trips right. Man, it looks like they're showing blitz here. With the corners, it looks like Logan Wilson. And you just do they really have Jesse Bates on an island by himself with Jarvis Landry just with open green to run through? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
What was this?
Mm-hmm.
What was this?
Wait a minute, run that back. Wait a minute. We gonna see. Hold on. So let's see if he bails. Let's see if Phillips bails on this play. If Phillips bails, they in quarters coverage.
All right, let's see. No, he waits for him.
No.
He waits for him.
Yeah, he waits for him. Yeah. So what are they in cover? Wait a minute. What is this? Is it 2-man under? Yeah, it's got to be 2-man under again.
And this guy comes from all the way over here. Like, this was a disaster. What's the corner doing over there? What is Sims doing over on that side? I'm assuming that there's a blitz coming from the right side. I'm trying to watch all of what's going on here. Gino is in the game. Okay.
Head up over the center.
Right. All right. So you got Von Bell running out. Is he running to the flats or to the receiver?
To the receiver.
So that's a cover 2. Yeah. Cover 2. Hold on. So they must have sent the blitz there. That's why that opens up. Yeah, no, that's Sean Williams dropping back into coverage. They blitz Logan Wilson and they blitz Mackenzie Alexander. Mackenzie's got to make that play though. Mackenzie Alexander. Outside of everything that went on this play,
so they're in
the worst part.
They're in cover 2.
The worst part is that Mackenzie Alexander does not make that tackle. When you're there, you got to make that. You can't arm tackle these guys. You can't arm tackle anybody and expect to make a tackle. You're going to bounce right off of them.
Yep.
And I think maybe he was just worried about playing this safely. You got Akeem Davis-Gaither there. Maybe he's worrying about playing this safely because it's a quarterback. You got Logan Wilson coming on the blitz, and then here comes Mackenzie Alexander. You got Carlos getting pressured. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. When you guys talk about why aren't the Bengals getting pressure, you threw Carlos Dunlap in the game and look what happens. You got your 3 best pass rushers in the game. You
Honestly,
got Carl Lawson, you got Geno Atkins, you got Carlos Dunlap, and you're also sending a blitz here. I'm actually not mad at this play now that I look at it.
I'm not mad at this at all.
And what happens here is McKenzie, you got to get there. But look at how Carlos comes off. Carlos almost gets there. McKenzie is there. You also have Carl Lawson coming in. You got to make that. You got to make that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make that sack there. Come on, man. That's on Mackenzie Alexander right there.
You got to sack on a strip fumble there. And like, only thing I'll say bad about that call is I like the aggressiveness, but I would have went with cover 3 versus cover 2.
Right. So, yeah, that's on. And I think now that reminds me, that was that play right there that should have stopped that whole drive and blown up that whole drive. So now we're in.
Man,
looks like man over there. They got a safety over the top. All right. I mean, I don't think that Darius Phillips was. Let me look at what Darius Phillips did on this play. So he's up close to the line, which is somewhat dangerous when you don't have too much help over the top. He throws him off. He knows that the ball is coming, so he recovers there. He actually played that pretty well. He played that very well. That was just a great pass and a great catch there. They gave him that catch, right? I think on the replay they gave the receiver
they gave him
catch. Yeah, Mackenzie Alexander Jocko is definitely our best corner from what I've seen, at least on here. When we're talking in general, it's William Jackson III, but after him, I think it's definitely Mackenzie Alexander there. So there's nothing that he could have done on that play with Darius Phillips there. So Darius actually played that pretty well. All right, here we go again. So they're going to send a blitz here. Mm-hmm. They're sending the blitz. They're sending Logan Wilson. Looks like they're sending a bunch of guys, and they just hold up. That's what a good offensive line does. And we already know what's about to happen.
No pressure.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is at the end of the game. So my mistake. I said at the 40-yard line. Wait.
All right. So they're gonna blitz. So Lou sent. I guess this is Sean Williams. It's hard to tell between Sean Williams and Sims. So he sends him. He sends Logan Wilson at the linebacker position. He sends Akeem Davis-Gaither. And then I think eventually somebody else comes. So let's go ahead, play this here. And then Von Bell is coming too. Von Bell comes. They pick it up perfectly.
Yep.
They start closing in. It's too late. And what happened to the safety that was over the top there?
He jumped the route. The middle route. He jumped.
Oh no! Yeah. Let's pause right here. Let's go in the mind of this corner right here. This is gonna be bad because there's no help over the top. You came up here. Let's move it back. Where does he start off? Did he jam him? If he jammed him, this is horrible. Oh yeah, this is bad. When you run bump and run coverage as a corner, you're expecting the safety to be over the top because you're taking a disadvantage off the rip and you're going to be trailing the receiver. So you're expecting Jesse Bates or somebody to be over the top. And that's why typically you want to play with 2 safeties back because you can have someone to the left or someone to the right. And when they throw that up in the air, the safety's watching the whole time. He can have that recovery. As a corner, this is not the position that you want to be in because you're just looking at that receiver, hoping that he doesn't get behind you. Because when he gets behind you, that's what happens.
And Jesse Bates can't jump that.
There's no. He played that. He still played that well. The corner on that play played that well because that's all you can really do. You can throw your arms up. You can't see what's going on. You got to react. He tries to throw it up and react. The incredible catch made by Higgins there. I mean, you're just not going to – that wasn't even really thrown where it should be, but Higgins just went up and got it.
And like I said, Jesse Bates just can't – he can't jump that intermediate route.
Right.
Like he cannot do that in that situation, especially when we're playing when the other team is clearly trying to score a touchdown. Now, this is the last play of the game right here. We are in single high once again, cover 0. You cannot be in this. You cannot be in this
No,
With
this is just
okay,
a
just the spike.
spike there. So
But
Baker had
that's gonna
completed
happen,
20 or something odd passes until that happened, and then he did the spike there. That was his only incompletion, unfortunately. And the play that we all know about here, let's get into it. Let's slow it down. So it looks like we've got the corner up here. This is already bad. I told you guys that, like, unless he's expecting, he must be expecting here this safety to be helping him over the top. There's no way with the game on the line as a corner should you be playing this close to the line of scrimmage. Because if that guy gets past you, which we know that he just did it 2 plays in a row. There's no help over the top. That's what you don't want to have as a corner. So let's see what they got here. You really are only supposed to jam as a corner and be that close to the line if you know that you got safety help over the top. Like if you don't do that, like as a wide receiver, as a quarterback, you know if there's no help over the top, you're going right to that person because anytime that can be a touchdown, especially on a deep pass. So let's see here.
So see, they in single high again. Look where Jesse rolls to. Jesse rolls to the middle of the field, so that means they're in single high.
And they got Vaughn rolling to the middle of the field.
Vaughn takes Vaughn. Yeah. So
Oh,
with that being said, look at that.
Wide open.
You cannot do that. You can't call
Can't
that.
do that.
You can't call that with on the 25, 26 yard line. You just can't. You can't do that. You can't do that. And that's what is killing me right now with Lou. You can't call that. You can't call that right there. Baker been killing you all day.
And it literally just happened on a play before that where you didn't have another safety back there to help him. Jesse Bates, as good as he is, he cannot be expected to cover both sides of the field that fast.
Exactly.
I mean, RIP to the great Sean Taylor. That's the only guy that I know that could have covered both sides of the field that fast.
Him and Ed Reed, pretty much that was it.
That's just no. You can't have that happen. There's no way Jesse Bates is gonna be in it. I honestly can't understand that they did that. So I don't know if it's a coverage thing. I don't know if it's a pressing thing, but we made it through. We made it through. That was tough. Go ahead and remove that. So thoughts from that game. I think me personally, I think that there were definitely some bad play calls from the defensive side of the ball, but there were also bad plays made by the players themselves. There were opportunities left on the field. One that comes to mind, Mackenzie Alexander missing on the sack. There were definitely some bad plays that happened. Jermaine Pratt falling down on the Kareem Hunt touchdown. But I think that it was a mix of both. It was a mix of the bad scheme and I don't understand that. Like the offensive coordinator for the Browns had to be licking his lips to see that they were coming back out with that same coverage call with no safety help over the top for the corner, especially with the corner at the line like that. That is it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling from my standpoint. I'm not going to put that on Darius Phillips, Jocko, because to me, now I don't know whether there was a miscommunication or what. I don't know if they told him to play that close to the line of scrimmage or what. But if you're a corner, you're playing that close if you assume that you have help over the top. Clearly, he didn't have help on the top. So if he was told to press, that's on him, knowing that he didn't have any safety help over the top. I don't know. But they happened 2 plays in a row, literally that same drive. Same situation, safety, not over the top to help, corner at the line pressing. 2 big plays, 2 of the biggest plays on that last drive. We saw that. So this was an ugly one. What are your thoughts, Coach?
A lot of bad defensive calls, but me, we've discussed before. Linebackers are out of position. Clearly, we have some issues in the secondary. It's just me. I just feel like the coaches are not scheming it up correctly. Because in that situation, on that last play, I'm just not calling that. Like I'm just not calling that play. And people say oh, it's the players or it's Lou. Like, I think it's a combination of both, but it starts with Lou. And people say Zach this, Zach that. Zach is not the reason we lost. Well,
Right.
he backs his guy up. Like, hey, are you still confident in him? So if you still confident in him and you see what just happened last Sunday, I got a problem with that, man. Like, and at the end of the day, you the head coach. You got to get Lou out of there, man. He just don't know what he doing. Just
Somebody
don't.
said in that situation, it was nuts with our top two corners out. I had to kind of agree with that.
And you just gotta you to and me. I'm just saying me. Lou we on a bye week this week, right?
Right. Yeah. No, 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 not this week. We got the
Next
Titans
week,
this week. Then it's a bye.
bye week.
Yeah.
He gone if we look like that.
Yeah. The other thing too I forgot to mention is his personnel against those mismatches. It was just kind of mind boggling. I mean, for the most part, those tight ends, David and Joku, they're going to be a mismatch for everybody. But
Mm-hmm.
I liked what he did in that play where he had the safety Von Bell on him and he had some help over the top. Or the linebacker came back and gave him a nudge and he had some help over the top. That made sense. But, other things were like mind boggling to me. When you put a guy like Von Bell, who's 5'11, on someone that's 6'5, that's nah.
And
There's corners that are literally taller than that.
I don't care who we are playing. Stop playing so much single high cover one.
Yeah,
In
I
that
agree.
situation, to be honest with you, I'm calling quarters on that last play. We in quarters.
Right.
You're gonna have to
And,
throw it underneath. It's 16 seconds left.
yeah, that's just
You're gonna have
not
to.
a
I'm in quarters. Why am I pressing? Why am I pressing Phillips? Get back. We in quarters.
right. Facts. Yep. So that concludes the cut the tape on. I hope you guys found this very informative. Like I said, if you sign up for the membership, we're gonna probably do one on Joe Burrow as well. That will be for the exclusive members. We definitely may come back and do the offensive one, but with us headed into the Titans game, we might actually have to try to do something new and look into the Titans. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what they have as far as their offense and what the Bengals can do to defend this. But we'll keep you guys in the loop. And thanks for watching. Cut the tape on.